Sir Keir Starmer says it's vital that the UK and China build a more sophisticated relationship. Why now? And what does sophisticated actually mean in diplomatic terms?
That phrase, sophisticated relationship, that Keir Starmer has used, that is diplomatic shorthand for a pragmatic agreement with no naivety. So everybody knows where everybody stands in this relationship. It's a real shift from the previous government's way that they have handled China. As we know, this is Sir Keir Starmer and any government's first visit to China in 8 years. The previous government didn't necessarily want to make friends with China, do any deals with China, have any trade with China, so to speak, because of various security concerns like removing the company Huawei from our 5G network and security concerns over Chinese spies operating in Britain. But this UK government under Sir Keir Starmer has decided to go in a different direction. We've heard this morning that British people should be able to go to China visa-free. So this is really a different approach by a government, and the timing of this is crucial. The UK is under severe economic pressure. You heard Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, talking about the cost of living crisis in that clip there. We're really struggling to boost growth, and China is the world's second largest economy, a really critical trading partner. So it makes sense for us to cozy up with China, to have a better relationship with them. Sir Keir Starmer is traveling with 50 British business leaders. So that tells you how important it is that we establish business ties with China at this time.
So this is the first visit by a British Prime Minister in 8 years. What does that tell us about how strained the UK and China relationships have been in the past?
The UK-China relationship has been under incredible strain since 2018, over these past 8 years. And that's why now it's such a big deal, actually, for Sir Keir Starmer to be in Beijing for this 3-day visit. And these concerns were over many things. It was China's crackdown in Hong Kong for the pro-democracy movement and the imposition of national security laws. There's been allegations of cybersecurity and cyber espionage on UK soil by Chinese operatives, and there was the UK's decision to ban Huawei from our 5G network. All of these things really contributed to a strained relationship between Beijing and London. There's been mutual accusations on both sides. China have accused the UK of being a strategic risk also. And so that means there's been a real absence of high-level visits because of these reasons.
So Xi Jinping spoke of twists and turns in the relationship. What are those twists and turns, and who exactly bears the brunt of it?
Well, those twists and turns really refer to the issues that I've spoken of, the different ways in which both countries have tried to keep the other at arm's length because of the issues that I mentioned, because of cybersecurity concerns, because of the UK accusing China of cyber espionage. These are all the twists and turns I think that Xi Jinping was referring to. Who is to blame? Definitely both sides are to blame in this, absolutely.
Before we let you go, Afua, how much of this reset is driven by global uncertainty, particularly tensions with the US and a shifting world order as we know it?
Yeah, I mean, the world order that we're used to is rapidly shifting, it's changing every single day. It's really important for the United Kingdom to make sure we have trading partners that are not just the United States. You know, we did a huge deal with India last year. The EU have done a huge deal with India this week also. It's about trade deals, but it's also about having those strategic partnerships all around the world. So it really is important that the UK has these partnerships and maintains these partnerships. And I think perhaps, in the previous world order, under a previous government, perhaps we wouldn't have had this state visit. We wouldn't have had this relationship with China. But I think this UK government, along with the shifting sands we have in this world order, mean that this relationship between the United Kingdom and China is now more important than ever.
All right, News Central's senior international correspondent and anchor there, Afua Hagan, with the update on Starmer in Beijing.